What if the biggest leap in crypto adoption didn't come from a crypto company? What if it came from PayPal? The same PayPal you've been using for years, to shop, to send money, to split bills with friends, just activated a feature that could change crypto's future forever, and almost no one noticed. They didn't host a flashy event. They didn't make a huge PR announcement. They just flipped a switch. And suddenly, over 400 million users now have direct access to crypto payments through one of the world's most trusted fintech brands. But is this really the future, or just another corporate experiment that'll fizzle out? PayPal started dipping its toes into crypto back in 2020, first allowing users to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. That alone made headlines. A massive financial institution entering the crypto space? That was unheard of back then. But what they just rolled out is different. This isn't about trading or holding coins. This is about spending them, using crypto like real money for actual things. And that changes everything. You can now check out with crypto directly through PayPal at millions of merchants worldwide. No need to convert it to fiat first. No need to move funds out. It's seamless, just like using your debit card. And if you're thinking, well, that's cool, but will people use it? Let's pause there. Ask yourself, what's been the biggest roadblock for crypto over the years? Real-world usability. Sure, we've all seen Bitcoin moon, ETH run, meme coins explode, but ask the average person where they can spend their crypto today. They'll struggle to name even 5 places. That's what PayPal is fixing. They're not trying to convince you to invest in crypto. They're saying, use it, right now, just like a credit card. And here's where things get really interesting. PayPal isn't just supporting Bitcoin and Ethereum. They've built their own stablecoin, pyusd, backed one-on-one by US dollars and short-term treasuries. They know the volatility of Bitcoin and Ethereum isn't practical for everyday transactions. If you're buying coffee, stablecoins fix that. And pyusd gives PayPal full control over that experience. But here's the kicker. They've now enabled crypto checkout in a way that auto-converts your crypto holdings into USD at the point of sale, so merchants never even need to touch crypto. That removes all the usual regulatory headaches and makes adoption frictionless for businesses. It's genius, and it's happening right now. But with great power comes great questions. PayPal isn't a decentralized platform. It's not a DAO. It's not a wallet like MetaMask where you own your keys. When you hold crypto on PayPal, you're trusting them as the custodian. If they freeze your account, game over. If they reverse a transaction, you don't have recourse like you would with a non-custodial wallet. So while this is great for mass adoption, it raises serious questions about how crypto-native this system really is. We'll come back to that. First, let's zoom out. Why now? Why is PayPal going full crypto in 2025? 3 reasons. First, regulation clarity. The US has been dragging its feet for years. But with recent legislation pushing through Congress, the direction is finally becoming clear. Second, consumer demand. Millennials and Gen Z, the primary digital payment users, are far more open to crypto than older generations. Third, competitive edge. Apple Pay, Google Pay, Stripe. They're all innovating fast. PayPal needs to stay ahead, and crypto gives them a unique angle. But the timing isn't just strategic, it's defensive. If PayPal doesn't evolve, they risk becoming the next blockbuster. Crypto rails are already being built, and if they're not part of it, they'll be left behind. Let me ask you something. Would you trust PayPal to be your crypto wallet? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm genuinely curious how the community feels about this trade-off between convenience and control. And if you've ever used PayPal for a crypto transaction, what was the experience like? Here's where it gets real. If this works, if people start using crypto through PayPal like they do Apple Pay or Venmo, it's game over for the crypto is just speculation narrative. This becomes everyday finance. And here's what no one is saying. This isn't just about payments. It's about onboarding. Millions of users who've never touched an exchange or used a seed phrase are now being introduced to crypto in the safest, most familiar way possible. This could be the Trojan horse that finally brings crypto to the mainstream. And the fact that it's happening quietly, that's exactly how revolutions start. But before we get too excited, PayPal has had its fair share of freezing accounts, holding funds, and controversial reversals, especially for international users or those flagged by its internal systems. Apply that same behavior to crypto and you can imagine the backlash. If decentralization is your core value, this isn't your solution. But if you're looking for ease, trust, and speed, this is a game changer. And the bigger picture, PayPal is now competing directly with Coinbase, Binance, even fintech startups like Revolut. They're entering the crypto arena with deep pockets, brand trust, and a user base that's already connected. Expect partnerships, expect exclusives, maybe even NFTs and DeFi features down the line. And yes, expect regulation, because once giants like PayPal make a move, governments start watching closely. In fact, many analysts believe PayPal's stablecoin, pyusd, is a precursor to regulated stablecoins in the US. It could become a blueprint for how other companies integrate digital dollars in a compliant way. So what does this mean for you? If you're a builder, PayPal just became a powerful payment gateway. If you're a trader, you now have another option to move money in and out of crypto. If you're new to the space, it just got way easier to get started. PayPal isn't replacing decentralized finance, but it's bridging the gap between where we are and where we're going. One last thought before we wrap up. Adoption doesn't always look like revolution. Sometimes it looks like an app update. So while everyone's watching charts and meme coins, don't miss the quiet moves reshaping the game. PayPal didn't ask for permission. They just shipped the future. If you made it this far, I'd love to hear your take. Are you excited about PayPal's crypto rollout, or do you think it's a step in the wrong direction? Let me know in the comments. Your opinion helps shape the next videos we make. And if this gave you a new perspective, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to WealthWise, your guide to everything money, tech, and the future of finance. We'll see you in the next one.